Hello everyone, welcome to Skyrim. We're here again with Tamriel, and it's time for another bit of Skyrim leveling here. We do have, okay, so last stream we went ahead and we cleared Nichwanzel, and that's the Dwemer Ruin beside Understone Keep, below Markarth there. And we have been slowly gathering a bunch of different materials. Let's go ahead, level up our health. I'm going to keep going on the health for a little bit. Okay, so this time we're going for a little bit of smithing here. We've gathered a lot of stuff. We need to be, but of course, we need to be able to get our smithing up to, is it level 20? Level 30 for dwarven stuff? Let me go ahead and have a look. It looks like we're going to need level 30 smithing to, in order to do the dwarven, make the dwarven bows for leveling. Let's go ahead and equip transmute spell. And probably don't need our shield for this as well. I'm going to go ahead and let's look at our apparel. Restoration spells cost 10% less. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, mage backpack with bedroll. That'll help increasing our magicka. Mage circlet is going to increase it by another 60. And we have Galder Amulet, which is increasing it by 30. Going to change that over to Mr. Savos Aron's Amulet. And that'll increase it by an additional 50. So if we look over here, we now have 280 magicka. And let's check our alteration level. That's alchemy, not alteration. Where's alteration? There it is. And I believe it's an adept spell, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the adept alteration. We will need it anyways. And now we're going to be able to cast this spell a bunch of times. First, let's go ahead and check what resources we have here. We have... I forget where I put everything. Okay, cogs and dragon stuff is in here. And looks like this is where everything else is. We now have 796 dwarven metal ingots. So that's going to make just shy of 400 dwarven bows. Which is a lot. We have 100 iron ingots, which is going to be able to make 200 dwarven metal bows. So we'll have some dwarven metal left over. We've got 64 iron ore. We'll need to take that. As well, we've got a bit of silver ore. And the gold ore, the gold ingots. And yeah, those are going to be used for a bit of jewelry crafting. We also have here a bunch of different gems that we'll be able to use to make different variants of the jewelry. We're going to be making first a bunch of golden rings, and then later we're going to be making a bunch of other things, like the dwarven bows. So, and then later we should be able to enchant them. Let's go ahead and start out with just some, well, some transmutation. That's not costing nearly as much as usual. That's going to be much, much faster. So we'll go ahead and do this for a little while. We've got plenty of iron to convert. And we'll be back with you all when we're finished that. I suppose one thing that we should be doing is going ahead and heading inside and seeing if we have another thing of armor that we would be able to wear that'll increase either our magicka, decrease our alteration costs, or increase magicka regen. So I'm going to go ahead have a look at that. I think we should have... Is it in this chest that I would have put it? Ring of Destruction. Not what we're looking for. Thalmor... Okay, Novice Robes of Restoration. Hooded Thalmor Robes is Destruction. 50% regeneration for the black and blue Mage Robes. Doesn't look like we have some Alteration Robes here. I don't think I would have put that anywhere either. Yeah, empty wardrobe. Okay, looks like we're not going to have it. Okay, maybe that's something that that we should actually buy. Cult robes would actually be useful here. Maybe we'll hop into our cultist robes, and yeah, we'll do this. Okay, wow, it got dark. I thought it was just light, but it's also very foggy. Very cloudy. Actually, it's not all that cloudy. I still see some stars and the moon. We'll keep doing this for a while now. Waiting every so often just to replenish. Okay, so it looks like we've already transmuted all of our ore. That didn't take nearly as long with all of the bonus items that we've got. So we now have 78 gold ore. Will that be enough? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and grab all of the gems that we've got here. And this is just leather, right? Yeah, nothing else in here? Okay, we've got the gems. I don't think there's really anything else we need. Should definitely be enough, I think, to bring us up levels. One thing that I forgot to do, though, and I probably should have done this beforehand, is we gotta make sure that we've got the warrior stone. We've got the steed stone right now. So, warrior stone is definitely what we want now. So we'll head over to the guardian stones, pick up the warrior stone. Then we'll have a good night rest, and that should be able to give us a plus 25% total bonus to our leveling. So, no, 25? No. 30%. So, warrior skills will learn 20% faster. Steed stone removed, warrior stone added. Head back to our home in Hendraheim. sleep in an owned bed, which will give us the well-rested bonus. And that should be a total of 30% increase to our total skill gain. There are other ways to get more bonus, but I'm not going to worry about stacking all of that. Pretty sure that needs a specific quest item as well, so. I was going to go for an 8 hours of sleep. 7 hours will do, I think. Both will give well-rested bonus, hopefully. Maybe not. Well-rested. Yes, all skills improve 10% faster, and combat skills with 20%. And in that, we also got a bit of an alteration level. It's now 63. And yeah, so a couple things we can grab here. Looks like only the mage armor's not going to be useful for us. Magic resistance, I guess we can't actually grab anything else there. We'll be looking for this perk eventually, but that'll be for another day. As for skills, as for our smithing skill, I think we need to get it up like 14 or 15 points yet. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead over here, and nope. Not that. We need to make all of these gold ore into gold ingot first. There we go. Okay, let's try to do a speedy click. There we go. Okay, so a little bit better. We now have 39 gold ingots. Not nearly as much as I had hoped. We'll see how much it is. We'll be able to make some emerald rings. Okay, yeah. So here's our options. We've got the base at is a gold ring. We can make 2 of them for 1 gold ingot. And so that'll be per craft a total of value of 150. This one per craft is going to be a total of 700. The jeweled necklace, we're looking at total value of 485. Gold necklace is only 120, so we don't want to do any gold necklaces. What about the gold ruby? That's 550. Gold sapphire ring is 500. We'll be able to make some of these, and we don't have any silver. Some of these would be worthwhile, but a lot of these we don't actually have the value for it. Silver garnet ring technically is actually better than the gold rings, but... And if we had a bit of silver ingot, the silver jeweled necklace would also be a decent option. Perhaps sometime we'll have to get a bit of silver as well. Silver ruby ring. We actually have a lot of rubies. Maybe I should have grabbed a decent amount of silver as well. Let me have a check to see if we have any silver in here, and if so, how much. We have a single silver ingot. And 4 gold ore yet. And 1 gold ingot. Okay, so we'll probably go ahead and find some silver sometime soon. But let's go ahead and craft all of the gold stuff that we've got here. Start with the jewelry stuff first. We got 2 gold emerald rings. That's 2 levels just making those. These ones will need flawless amethysts. We can make 4 of them. And then we've got the gold ruby necklaces. I'm just going to make sure there's nothing else that needs the flawless rubies. It seems like each gem can only be used in one thing. That does seem to be the case. Which makes our job a little bit easier. 2 more of those. And sapphire ring, we can make 4. And 380, 60, 260, silver sapphire. Ooh, that looks nice. We're 580. Let's grab that one as well. And then we will do the rest in gold rings. Not quite as efficient, but still decent. So our smithing now is enough to grab the Dwarven Metal perk. I don't think there's really anything else that we would need the gold for. Unless I'm wrong. Wow, if we get Flawless Diamond, that's worth 1,200. That's impressive. Diamond itself is worth 900. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and make the rest of these gold rings. And smithing increased to 34? Yeah, alright. Grab our smithing skill then. We'll grab 1 perk in steel smithing. And of course that'll open up both elven armor and dwarven armor. We're going to go with the dwarven route because it's more skewed towards the heavy armors. You've got the orcish armor, ebony armor, Daedric armor, and then at the top the dragon armor, or the dragon bone armor. Elven does have the advanced armor in plate armor, but we've also got glass armor, we've got elven armor. Those ones aren't going to help nearly as much. So let's grab the dwarven smithing perk. Probably still need more iron, but we can go find more iron ingots if we run out. Let's grab all of this iron. It's going to be way more than we can effectively hold at a time. That's 1,053 in weight. Impressive. So, we now have unlocked the dwarven stuff. Dwarven equipment. We've got dwarven bows that are available now. So now, for every 2 dwarven metal ingots and 1 iron ingot, we can get 270. Alternatively, I think the iron we can get... There's not a lot of value for... I guess iron arrows is probably the most valuable thing that we could make out of iron. It'll need firewood as well, though. Which we would have to take a while chopping firewood. And that's worth 24 value apiece. So, we don't have... and then, if we look at the dwarven arrows, 24 times 4 is around 100. Where the dwarven bow... 270 is definitely, I think, the best that we can find here. So let's go ahead, make a ton of these dwarven bows. That'll turn that 1,000 weight into much, much more. Yep, so our smithing levels couldn't keep up. It's now at 46, and our level up is at 59. And did we gain... How many levels did we gain? Just out of curiosity. We've got no bonus health, huh? I'm gonna bring that up to 400 then. And stamina could probably go up a little bit more too. Magic could probably as well. So yeah, smithing level 59 is now going to allow us to make orcish smithing. So we'll go ahead and grab that perk. And it's going to take level 80 for ebony. Okay. So, As you can see, we're now at 1,753 carry weight. And we made 100 dwarven bows. There we go. That's incredible. Alright, and also in apparel, we should find a couple gold rings here. And necklaces. I like the sapphire. They look quite nice. Little blue. I like the color blue. If you couldn't tell from my party branding, or my not party branding. I mean my channel branding. I like blue. Let's see. Orcish plate helmet, huh? I'm gonna just put on our usual armor. Honestly, the Blades armor looks quite nice. If I can just use a full set of Blades armor, and if we can get, like, the maximum amount of, like, if we can get maximum armor class with the Blades armor, I would probably go with the Blades armor. It looks really cool. If we can improve it enough. It's not exactly the most armor you can get. Well, I'm gonna be heading over to a few more shops. Except we're over encumbered. Scrap that for a moment. Let's drop off all of our dwarven metal that we have not used. Now, we can move. Wow, that's quite a lot of weight that we got off our back there. I think with... How much gold do we have? We have 2,100 and 200 gold here. We've been saving up for quite some time here. What is that shield? That looked kind of cool. No, don't leave, Adrian. I need to ask you for
finest weapons and armor.
Yes, thank you. We'll grab your iron ingots, thank you. We'll grab your iron ore. Don't need the dwarven metal. It's a little bit pricey. Definitely pricey for what we want here. No silver, unfortunately. Let's head inside if we can.
Inside the shop if you...
There we go. And we'll see what they have here.
Welcome to Warmit. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
And we've got more iron. And we got a little bit of silver. Like, 1 silver ore only. Maybe we'll have to head over to Markarth for some silver. That's probably going to be the case. They do have a silver mine and all that. So perhaps we can do some mining there. Let's just check over at Bellathor's, and we'll also check Yorlin's shop.
Sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might... Everything. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
What do we have here? Yep, a bunch of junk. You're right. Bunch of junk. We don't want any of this. Thank you. Thank you for your offer, though.
Do come back.
We'll be back, I'm sure. You are a general goods merchant, and you'll sell or you'll buy more things that that we don't want. So that's enough for me. Let's head over to Yorlin's. I kind of went the long way in the roundabout. I know that Yorland has, like, a lot of steel. I'm not sure if he works with silver much, but I do know his wife actually does a lot of, jewelry selling, so... Let's actually read Armorer's Challenge here. And that'll bump us another smithing level.
Gods be praised.
We'll grab all of your iron, thank you. And, yes, he has steel and no... we'll grab the orichalcum as well. He's got steel, but he doesn't have any silver. So we'll head to the other shops. There's one in Markarth that we can go to. One in Riften. I haven't been to Solitude much yet. We've been there once, but I don't exactly remember if there's anything that that we would grab.
What can I do for you?
Local map I'm looking for. Oh, I guess it's not going to show up here. I just need to remember how to find it. There we are.
In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining a fort.
Hit it harder.
I'm sorry, Gorza. I just flinch and
If you can't pound the dust out of your iron, it'll break when it's finished. Hit it harder.
I'm sure she's an amazing blacksmith, but
Need a new blade?
probably wouldn't want her as a teacher.
Take a look.
I'm not looking for... Ooh. Ebony arrows are showing up now. 20 damage for those arrows. They're in a cool little pouch, too. I am looking here for... We can buy ebony ingots, too. Those might be worthwhile, but we need iron. Grab all of your iron ore. And really don't like having
Let me know
silver
if you need
around.
something forged.
So where are we going to find all the silver? There's 2 silver in there,
How
but
about some armor?
that's not exactly something that we can buy from them.
No lollygagging.
Any other silver
Can't
here?
talk. Malish will beat me if I stop working.
This is the Barons, right? Or the Warrens, not the Barons. So then the silver mine must be up there. What's the other stairway for? Smelter Overseer's house. I see.
Staying safe, I hope.
Let's see if we can find anything over here in the mine. I'm not sure if we're able to actually mine here.
Send the mines for prisoner scum only. Keep out.
Ah, this is for the prisoners.
This is a jail, owned by the Silverblood family. We use the prisoners to mine for ore. It's the most secure prison in Skyrim. Throw scum in, close the gates, no one gets out. So unless you're here to dig, you don't belong here. Or not. The Silverbloods pay our wage. Every man here is a trained mercenary.
Yeah, I'd love to find some silver. I'd love to mine some silver. Am I allowed in here?
I'm in charge of the prisoners here.
I catch you stealing anything, I'll break your neck. Now this is real guard duty. Just throw them in the mine and be done with it.
That's a locked door. And I'm going to bet that anything we take from there is, well, they're probably not going to like the whole, oh yes. They're not going to like the idea of me stealing from them, probably.
You mess with the Silverblood family, you end up here.
Now this is real guard duty. Just throw them in the mine and be done with it.
Doesn't look like there's any silver here to mine, huh?
You mess with the Silverblood family, you end up here.
That's unfortunate. Well, looks like we'll have to go and buy some somewhere.
You mess with the Silverblood family.
Okay, I've
you
heard
end
that
up
line
here.
a couple times, guys. I think I'm starting to get it. Maybe there'll be some at the general store. We can check there. And it's possible we could find some with the Silverbloods as well. Silverblood Inn. Let's chat with the trading company. Maybe we'll have some silver there, like hopefully. I'd just like to find some silver. Excuse me, ma'am. I want
Watch
to
what you're doing.
chat with you.
No, I'm not Arnleaf. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Still got ebony ingots in here, and iron. But for some reason, no one has silver to sell. I know I can make it into, yeah, that's the thing. I can
Come
make
back whenever you need something.
iron ore into silver, but that's quite the troublesome process. Since it'll craft all the silver that you have into gold, we can't really do a lot with it. I don't think we can get anything in here either with it.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Alright, so I'm gonna take a moment, step away, see if we can find any more silver around. And yeah, we'll be back. Okay, so quick update here. I went to most of the holds to check for shopping, and well, we kind of got a bit of what we want, but unfortunately, we didn't get nearly as much silver. Like, I got 10 silver, like, going to every blacksmith that I could find. I would love to find out how to get more silver. If you guys know about any good place to find silver, let me know in the comments. That would be appreciated. And I grabbed a few other things as well. I did get some more iron ore, in case we wanted to make that into silver or gold. Grabbed some orichalcum. It was kind of pricey, as you can see. With all of the metal, we spent a good... what is that? 400 to 600? No, 4 to 6,000 we spent. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else we can make. We also got a good amount of iron. So let's grab that again and go back to crafting. We have more dwarven bows we can make. So let's craft some up. Okay, so that'll be it for our iron ingots now. And where does that bring us? Smithing 74 now. Alright. I would like to check what these numbers are now. I'll put a couple into stamina though. Okay, so we can... No, ebony smithing is at 80. Okay, so we can't grab ebony smithing quite yet. We can improve magical weapons and armor now, if we so chose to. Alright then. We do have access to the orcish armor now, though. I didn't... Oh, wait. Oh, did they make more orcish? Orcish plate. That might be interesting to look at. What is the difference between the orcish plate helmet and... Is there an orcish helmet? Orcish armor. Orcish boots. Orcish gauntlets. And... Orcish helmet. Oh, so we have the orcish plate helmet, right? What is the difference between this one and this one? I think the plate one does look better. Maybe we'll use more orcish armor instead. What is the orcish scaled? It is a light armor, which is actually quite interesting. We've got orcish scaled boots, which looks essentially identical to the rest. Those are the gauntlets and the helmet. doesn't look like they added in a orcish light shield to pair with it. I just wanted to look at the different options we had now. Bone mold armor. Oh yeah, what is the difference between the orcish armor that we currently have? Okay, the orcish plate armor is at 97. I just wanted to have a look and compare it to the current stuff we're wearing now. Blades armor is actually at 104, so the Blades armor is actually better. It's not exactly something we can craft, but it is something we could probably improve. Which makes me wonder, what does it take? It takes steel. So we could go ahead and increase that even further. But the dragon plate is decently higher. And I think so is the ebony plate. I will have to look at that in a moment. For now, though, well, we got more bows. Let's see. Weapons, 106 bows. That's 206 total bows. And all of those rings, as well as all of the dwarven metal that we still have here. And yeah, that brought us to 74 in smithing. So we got some good level ups. And I'm gonna just craft some more of this iron ore into... Oh, I left it over there. We'll craft more of the iron ore into the iron ingots. And we'll make a few more dwarven bows. And we'll go from there. Alright, so we've got a 77 now in smithing. And we're almost able to make the ebony armor. And it'll be a little bit of a toss-up between orcish ebony blades armor. I'm not exactly sure how much we'll have to improve it in order to have it at its max level, or getting the total bonus from all of the apparel, or all of the, sorry. Okay, if we put on the orcish plate, we put on the ebony shield, then we're in full heavy armor. We've got an armor rating of 351. There is a certain armor rating that you get the 80% or whatever that number is, maximum damage reduction from armor. And I'm going to go ahead, have a look at that now. And, yeah, let's have a peek. So, what I wanted to do here was have a look at some of the different armor types. I've been looking at them. I definitely found one that I would like to have as a late game armor, because it looks great. And that is the Creation Club, version of the Daedric plate, I believe. But just gonna have a quick look here. Of course, there are of course very many different ways to get your armor to the maximum rating. You can get you can get the armor to the maximum rating with light armor. Like, that's totally an option. One thing, though, is it takes different things. It takes plenty of things like, well, you could use magic, or you could use alchemy and enchanting to make a bunch of smithing potions and smithing gear. I don't actually know what levels it takes to make all of these things with... I don't know what it takes in order to like make perfect armor without using a restoration loop. I have a tendency not to play or to play games but not get into much of the end game. But gonna go ahead here and look into. Oh, pardon me. Look into the different types of the heavy armor here. So, if we're looking at what the best armor is, it is going to be the Daedric, and honestly, Daedric is just, it's quite nice. I do appreciate it. It looks quite nice. The design. Dragon Plate I do not like, and it's actually a higher level requirement than the Daedric for less armor. So you can see here, armor rating definitely is the best for Daedric. If we go down further though, we've got Orcish at 120, Ebony at 128. The blades I think fit somewhere in the middle there. I haven't been able to find the blades armor specifically on this type. But it definitely fits somewhere in that range. So I probably, even though we're not going to get that 25% extra bonus, I'll probably go with a bit of mixed matched armor for now. Maybe we'll try out some of the Orcish plate, perhaps. The Orcish plate also looked quite nice, so maybe we'll craft up some Orcish plate instead. So you can see they've got different images here. Here's the address if you need it. This is just the. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's the address. You can find a bunch of images on all of the different types of armor. And then, of course, you've got all the armor sets. You've got light armor, male variant, female variant, heavy armor. I do, like, out of all of these, Daedric armor is probably my favorite, but I don't think it properly fits. Or at least this character. Getting into the Creation Club stuff, which is a bit further down here, we see that the Daedric male, where is this? Armors have no matching. Those armors have no matching shield, so they are given one of the same material if any are available. Okay. So that's what that's saying. So, Daedric male is a light armor. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Heavy armor here. You're looking at the different spell knights. You can see that Ebony spell knight is actually better than the Daedric stuff. It would seem, unless I'm looking at the wrong numbers. But anyways, where are we? I'm just looking at the Daedric plate, and I think that's probably the full set that we're going to go with. And that is actually right here. This is the male variant, yes. So, likely going to be going with this Daedric plate male. Or, no, not male, sorry. The Daedric plate armor. And also, for the time being, I think we'll probably try a bit of the Orcish plate. If not Orcish plate, then we'll go with more of the Blades armor. So, back into Skyrim here. So, if we were to make up this armor here, we've got... Here's the Orcish stuff here. We've got the Brawler's Orcish gauntlets. What is the difference between the Brawlers and the regular? That's my question. It doesn't do extra, like... extra damage, does it? How does that work? I guess it's just a different visual? Let's see, where are the Orcish plate gauntlets? 47 versus 45. It does actually seem like the Orcish, or the plate variants of things do actually have a slightly higher value. So we're going to need orichalcum, iron, and leather. Here's hoping that we didn't use all of our iron. Because if we did, we're not going to be able to make it. pretty sure we used up all of our iron. I did grab some orichalcum. Will that be enough? I don't know. And we'll need some leather as well, I think. Let me take a peek at... and actually look at what we need. Yes, we need iron here, iron there. So we need 4 iron ingots. And some iron strips as well. We'll need to find a bit of iron. That should be easy enough. And then we'll need some leather as well. We've got some leather in here. Leather strips. Leather. And we'll need to make some more leather strips. As for the shields that we're going to be using, that's a better question. What kind of shields are we going to want here? There are, like, we're currently using the ebony shield. We don't actually need to have, in order to fully use the matching set bonus, our shield, fortunately, doesn't actually matter. So if we wanted to swap up the shields, we definitely could. Okay, so we're still going to need iron. I'll be right back with that iron. Alright, just got back with a bunch more iron. And I suppose that means that we could probably go ahead and grab the rest of the dwarven metal here and craft away. And we'll probably want to grab the... we'll probably want to actually make our armor first. And while we're here, I think I'll grab the silver items that we can make as well. We have silver ruby ring at 260. And 380 for the jeweled necklace. And looks like that's going to be the most valuable there. I'm still going to make one more of the ruby ring, just to have a little bit of variety. And, ooh, amethyst. Amethyst and garnet aren't necessarily great, but, you know, I am just going to intentionally grab that variety there, and then we'll make the rest, or these other two in the silver jeweled necklace. Looks like we're at smithing 78. Let's go ahead and craft the rest of the orcish plate we were looking at. I might still use Blade's armor. We shall see. I'd like to craft one of each of these, if that's at all possible. Looks like we have enough. I'd also like to craft one of the Brawler's Orcish gauntlets, just to see how they look. And yeah, I'm thinking pretty good with that. And let's go ahead and try on our new armor. Yeah, let's do that. Apparel, we need orcish plate, boots, gauntlets, and helmet. I guess we already had one of them. We did not need to craft another one. Oh, the sun's coming from that side. So this is the orcish plate armor. Looks pretty decent. Let's try swapping out the gauntlets, see how they look. Although, I'm not sure if these ones would count as the same set. They look pretty decent, but probably want to keep the same set. It's got a little bonus to armor as well. I believe we looked at it and it was 2 extra armor for the orcish gauntlets. Yes, it is. Alright, and I guess I'll also have to directly compare the Blade's armor and see what the difference is in armor ratings to them. Because Blade's armor is saying 131 versus the 122 here. So maybe we'll go with the orcish stuff, maybe we'll go with the Blade stuff. Still wanted to try it out, and we'll be able to put it on display. Let's go ahead and make up the rest of the dwarven bows. And yeah, we'll go ahead and check out the full set of the Blade's armor, the full set of the orcish armor, and maybe we'll mix and match until we get to level 90 smithing, and we'll be able to make the plate of the Daedric. Oh, I probably should have used up all the iron. Okay, it's okay. We've got a bit of extra iron ore that we can transfer over. And you know what? I just realized that. Well, I didn't quite realize that we were going to get that much leveling out of all of that iron. And so here we are at ebony smithing, which is level 80, and Daedric smithing now at level 90. Not going to need to get up to smithing 100, although, I mean, for the dragon, we're not going to need the dragon armor perk. Who knows? We might use a shield. We'll see what we use for a shield. I would like to look at all the different variants and pick something that that looks cool and that fits. However, yes, we will need an extra 100 in, or an extra 10 points levels into smithing, but that's just going to be for maxing out the most we possibly can. Oh yeah, I guess we don't get a, there's no increase to smithing. It's just the, improves them twice as much with the armor. Like the heavy armor skill, there's no, like, multiple increase armor rating by this much. So, yeah, alright, so Daedric armor is going to be now craftable. That's going to be exciting. We also have the option for ebony. Those ebony brawlers gauntlets look quite brutal. So yes, ebony armor is there. There's ebony arrows and other such weapons. I do actually really like that bow. It's quite, it looks quite nice, but that's not exactly the build that we have for us. One thing that, another thing, of course, is the Daedric stuff. There's the Daedric brawlers. And that's what the regular Daedric armor looks like. And Daedric arrows, which actually look quite plain, unfortunately. And the Daedric bow, Daedric swords and daggers. And we're going to be looking at the Daedric plate. And that's here, as well as with the Daedric plate helmet, the Daedric shield. No, where's the rest of the Daedric plate stuff? Are those? I see Daedric plate helmet, Daedric plate shield. Perhaps they don't actually have a matching bonus. So probably end up going with something like the Daedric gauntlets, or the Daedric boots. If we make that pairing. And that's going to need a bunch of ebony and some Daedra hearts. So that's not likely to be right away. We'll need to find some Daedric hearts. And yeah, not exactly available for today. I'm going to drop off the rest of our stuff here. While I was out looking for iron, I didn't drop off enough stuff, so I actually needed to sell some bows. So I did sell 15 of the bows, and we still have another 126 here. So there we are. We have 332 variants, or different copies of this same dwarven bow. Those will be able to be enchanted or enchanted and sold. That'll improve our speech skills. Of course, I could have just went to all of the various different crafters and asked them to teach me more about smithing. And I definitely could have done that if I wanted to increase my smithing skill. But I figured this way we would get a bunch more items, and we would be able to take the opportunity to craft more, or to be able to actually craft and have the item. And that way we would be able to use them for enchanting and use them for greater leveling up, or level up opportunities there. So there's the Blade's armor. I'm going to go ahead, put on full set of the blade's armor. And I want to actually see which sets are actually the best here. I'm going to intentionally drop... well, the ebony shield, of course, is going to be better. Oddly enough, the orcish plate helmet is actually better than the blade's helmet. By a good margin. Let's just drop everything we have right now, though. For apparel-wise. Because I want to look at what these are going to give us. Let's drop the shield. Don't need the shield right now. What else do we have? Of course, we can't drop the amulets of Talos. Oh, right. This isn't dropping in a bag. This is just dropping in the ground. That's going to cause some issues trying to pick that all up again. Brawlers, orcish gauntlets, cultist robes, dragon plate boots, ebony plate gauntlets. Yeah, whoops. We'll have to pick up all that. But we'll do that later. Okay, so of course we have the orcish plate here. And if we were to look at the other ones, this is the full blade set here. I would... oh, actually those boots are not the right ones. There we go. So that is the full Blades gear. I wouldn't mind doing a mix of armors, at least for now. But... oh, whoops. Where are we? Blades armor. You know, I'd be fine moving to the orcish plate. It looks pretty good. It seems to have more armor overall, except for the actual central armor piece. And, well, yeah, let's see. If we grab some heavy armor perks, let's see what this looks like. Let's grab the matching set, and let's see the total armor values that we can get to here. So, apparel, we don't have the matching set bonus, do we? Yes, we do. So this is the whole matching set. Oh, let's let's just go without the shields. So this is the full matching set. We're at 345. Of course, if we swap our armors, we're only going to get 285, and that'll be because even though the orcish plate armor has that 9, we get that 25 bonus from having the matching set. So it is definitely worth it to have the matching set. If we use the full blade set, we're looking at 331 versus the 345. So orcish plate actually is going to suit us better overall. So let's go ahead and use that until we can work on getting the full Daedric set. And yeah, we can actually go ahead and improve all of this as well. And yes, unfortunately, the orcish gauntlets... oh yeah, do they actually work? Yes, they actually do count as the same set. So that is useful. If we wanted to, we could swap various parts of this out with other orcish armor. So I'm going to go ahead, pick up all of our stuff here, and press our caps lock, because that's why we're not running quick. I'm going to go ahead and have a look at the... yeah, we're going to go ahead and have a look at things like the... any smithing bonuses we could have, any potions that we have that might be able to improve our smithing, and we're going to look at improving our armor, and I'm going to pick all this up. I'm going to go head outside. We'll check to see how much we can improve this armor currently, and then later on we'll work on some potions, we'll work on some enchanting, Those will be the 2 next leveling episodes, and we'll use those to increase our armor more up towards that 560 some cap. Let's grab our shield and actually check how much armor are we getting if we bump all that together. That's 411 armor. So we're getting towards that level. How do they all fit together, actually? Ebony shield? It kind of fits. Doesn't have as much of the green color, but that'll be good for now. And we'll see you next... Well, okay. Let's go head over and check those armors first. Or check the improvements. So we're back here at the workbench in Whiterun, because just as I was about to finish everything up, wrap it up, I got attacked by a dragon. So let's go ahead and upgrade the rest of our stuff. We've got enough ingots now. I had to go run and grab a few more. So currently we can craft it to a epic rating of a value of 171 for our chest piece armor. Let's go ahead and I was considering using the bonus or the increased 40% blacksmith filter. We're gonna grab the 30% one instead for now, just because we're gonna be doing some extra stuff later when we have the increased smithing skill. So I'm just gonna go ahead and craft up. It gets all the way up to legendary now, so we've got ourselves some legendary sets of armor. And there we go. We've got a full legendary set of orcish plate armor. And with that, we can check our armor class. Armor rating is now at 504. We can also increase our shield if we have any ebony. Do we have any ebony? I'm not seeing ebony. We do not have ebony on our person. Let's see. Do we still have the effect? Fortify... No, I think we lost the effect now. So that's totally fine. We will go ahead and, yeah, that's it there. We'll have a little bit more smithing to do. Actually, I think I picked up a little bit more iron, so maybe we can make a few more bows. 15 more bows, and then we'll call it there. Smithing up to 92. So 8 more levels to go, and we've got some more enchanting to do, potion making to do, but those will be throughout the next few leveling streams. We'll see you all later. One more thing before you all go. I did just realize that since instead of picking all of the stuff up from the ground, I just went back to a previous save. So we now have our matching set bonus for an additional 25%. So that 500 some was without it. So if we go back over to our apparel, we now have a armor rating of 630, which is now over 80% reduction. And of course, 80% is the hard cap, and we can't get any more than that. So we've got our armor, folks. Do remember that we do have streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're looking for more Skyrim, this is our character from our stream games. So we'll see you on Monday for the Skyrim streams. If you're interested in more of that, of course, all of the other Skyrim streams are still up on the channel. Go ahead and watch them if you'd like to see more. We do have also Conan Exiles on Wednesday and For the King 2 on Friday. If you're willing to join us, love to have you, and we'll see you next time. Farewell, everyone.